Today we will be teaching you everything you need to know in Level 2. Level 2 is all about the details and why they matter. Have you ever walked into a store and noticed that it was super messy and unorganized? You notice this because presentation matters. At Always and Forever, our dresses are hanging on the racks, making a first impression long before the client is trying it on. We want our clients to walk into our store knowing it is clean, beautiful, and ready for her. The way you hang a dress on a hanger, the hanger you use, and where you put it back on the rack might seem like mundane tasks, but it will directly impact the next clients coming through the door and their experience here. Next, I'm going to pass it off to our signature stylist, Autumn, who is going to demonstrate details that matter.
All right, let's get started. So first, we're going to start off with something as simple as a hanger. So if you notice, some of them are on a clear hanger and then some of them are on a black. The clear ones are heart stamp and clearance dresses. If you come over here and look, the ones that are on a heart stamp here, they've been marked down more than once, so that's why they go on a clear one. And then our black ones, these are ones that haven't been marked down or have been marked down at least once, but they still go on a black hanger. And I'll show you over here. This one right here. So you can tell this one is still on a black hanger, but it's still marked down once. So first, with all of our go backs, you want to make sure all of the hanger straps are up. So on this one, you're going to put it on here and make sure she's also kissing the bag. So that's saying that the front of the dress is touching the front of the gown bag. And then you'll zip it up. You want to be very careful in making sure that you don't get any of the tulle or any applique that's in it. So be very careful. Once you bring it around, get that way, and then grab all of the dress and put it into the bag. And then when you zip it up, you want to also be very careful that you don't get any of the beads or the tulle. And then squish the air out of it. And then we'll go to the next one here. So this one's pretty tricky. This is one that most people seem to mess up. You can tell that there's a little loop here at the front. You want to bring this through it. And it's the same color as the dress. So if any strapless dress, just double check and make sure you don't forget it. And you don't want to put this one on the other side because it starts to pull. You want to make sure you take this one off and put the one on the inside first. And then zip it up. And you don't have to worry about doing the hook and eye. Just zip it up. All the dress and put it in the bag. And then squish the air out with a corset. All you have to do is tighten a little knot. You don't have to worry about lacing the entire thing. The Sherry Hills are fun because they're a little bit trickier. What you have to do is loop the front one through the back, like that. And I'll show you the other side too. So you grab your back one and bring the other one through. And it'll be tricky until you get practice. And then once that's done, and then also make sure that you zip it up. And then one thing I forgot to mention, you always want to make sure that the price tag is out on all of them, so it's easy for someone to find. And then this one. The hang straps are already up on this one. It's just making sure that they're not being pulled or anything getting super loose. Zip it up and then flip her around. Let's do our short dress. With this one, it's the same as the ruffle with the hang straps. We're gonna loop it through and go that way. And if you do it wrong, this is how it will look. You can kind of tell the difference. It's not pulling the front up. And it's okay if you do it wrong the first few times. We're not perfect. And then once again, the corset, you only have to do it through the first one, and then tie a little bow in it. And then with our short dresses, they come with a shorter bag as well. You can tell here, and they're more like a poncho where they just open up and don't have a zipper. And when you put that one on there, make sure it goes around the front and it's clean. And then you also get your tags out. And then sometimes on short dresses, the little strings will be hanging really low. You're gonna make sure they're not hanging out of the bag like that because it doesn't look as clean. Now let's work on the kensei. This one is the same as a strapless dress that you're gonna do over there. And you've already basically done these in interview, and we are so glad you're here doing it again. Once again, doing it this way. and then undo that and put it on the hanger. Next, you'll see that there's a seat belt in here. You don't have to worry about that, but you do want to focus on making sure that the snap is done. And then doing the corset, but knowing you don't have to do it all the way, just the first little knot. And then making sure she gets zipped up. Kinseys, mainly kinseys, you're just gonna grab the little loop on the bottom because they're super long, and then put it on the hanger as well when you go to zip it up and put it in the bag. All right, it's easiest if you get all of the dress in there before you even try and start zipping it up. And also just being very careful and not getting any of the material in it. And then pressing all the air out of it again. Now that we've got them all bagged, we're gonna put them in the correct spots. If you wanna come over here, we're gonna look at the tags first. We're gonna do the one that's the clearance heart stamps first. So this one's a size 4 and it's a slim fit. One thing about our sale dresses that are in the clearance heart stamps, they're all actually go together. So if it's a ball gown or a slim fit, they all go together. And this one's a size 4, so we're gonna put it in its correct spot with the pinks as well. So she looks pretty in there for the next person. And then we'll go get the next dress. Going forward, you wanna make sure that you have more than one dress. We wanna make sure that we use our time very well. So we're gonna grab 2 here. Sometimes it's easiest to look at the tag and so you can see what size and where it goes before you even leave. This one is actually a slim fit, you can tell right here, but it actually looks closer to a ball gown. So this one actually goes on our slim fits. And then this one right here, it says PVG, so that one's a ball gown. And we'll go put these up. And this one is a white, so it's gonna go at the very beginning and it's a size 14. You wanna make sure she's facing the correct way and looks nice. And then we'll go to the second dress. And then our 0 navies go right here. And let's go get the last dress. This last one is a short one, so we're gonna take a walk across the store. Say hi to anyone if they're at the front. These are all of our short dresses over here. So this one's gonna go right here in between the reds and the pinks. So double 0 and then make sure she looks good. Now we're gonna put away the Kinsey. And you can tell on here, the Kinsey code is QC. And we have a little Kinsey corner at the moment. Things could always change around here. And this one is a size 0, so we'll go this way. See the zeros right there. And then just make sure she looks good. And the biggest takeaway to meet our Always and Forever standard is that every detail matters because every client matters.
Just know that excellence at Always and Forever is not one big thing. It's hundreds of small details done consistently and correctly. Next, we're going to have you give it some practice, putting dresses on the correct hangers, hanging them properly, and putting them in the right spot so you can start developing the skills yourself.